We started from scratch, with just an old Landini and big ambitions. We mowed every inch of grass, fighting for our first dollars, while the FS Master conspired to drive us away. Welcome to the third episode of our Island one-on-one series. We're back in the game, back on our own territory. No slacking off today. I'm heading straight to the familiar Timber Island. The goal for this episode is clear: to cut and process enough timber to finally afford a sawmill and leave the Black Lord in the dust financially. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that notification bell, because the rivalry with my neighbor is getting more intense. I really need to hurry with these trees, the FS Master likely already firing up his chainsaw on his part of the map. Knowing him, he'll soon start scheming how to steal my wood, or at least park his trailer right under my nose. He has this weird tendency to borrow my wood chips straight from the wood chipper, so I need to have eyes in the back of my head. It's smooth so far, machines hum, but tension mounts. Every second of downtime is his chance. I won't let him rob me. Today, I'm going to be the king of the islands and earn more than my neighbor. Technique is key. It's best to cut the tree into 3 equal parts. I've said it, but I'll repeat it. You throw in 3 logs at once, and the chipper grinds them together. No messing around with individual branches. This is pure efficiency we're fighting for, so the FS Master can only watch and be jealous. I wonder how much we'll snag for this haul. I'm selling everything now. While I'm at it, I invite you to check out my Patreon, where you'll discover this map, along with my other maps and all the mods I'm currently using. If it weren't for this infinite tank in the wood chipper, it wouldn't be this easy. And there you have it, 37,600 for a single trailer. This is a powerful cash injection. I'm hooking up the seeder immediately. I'm not going to waste any time, so I'm sending a worker to sow the rapeseed. Meanwhile, we need to take care of what's been left behind after the mowing, our silage bales. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten an automatic trailer yet, so I've got some manual labor ahead of me. This is the part of the episode where I test my patience and my loader skills. But hey, on the islands there's always something to do. No boredom here, whether it's trees, bales, or battling crazy workers. I'm loading these bales by hand, and it's actually going pretty well. I think I can cram about 12 of them into this load. Need to keep busy so I don't watch the slow growth of this rapeseed. Each bale is additional money that brings me closer to ultimate victory. Time for a real investment. I'm building greenhouses. I'm choosing a spot right here at the very edge. 37,000 is going into play. Passive income is fundamental in a one-on-one match. But wait, here comes the best part. It was only after the fact that I realized I'd built the more expensive glass versions, which produced the same amount as the plastic ones. Oh, just brilliant. I ended up spending even more money, all just to make it look a little bit nicer. These greenhouses are still cool to me. I associate them with profit. You live and learn from your mistakes, but luckily the greenhouse is already working. Production has started, and I'm firing the worker. I see I can finish sowing this rapeseed faster myself than this AI expert. Field sown, job done, and look, the neighbor's flying over to fast forward time. Classic. He always wants to speed up when I'm halfway done. But alright, everything's ready, bales collected, field prepped, so let's fast forward. Now just look at the account. Negative 21,000 to start. The wallet always feels the pinch the most after fast forwarding. I sold the bales and now we're at negative 6,000. A quick wallet recovery. One more transport and we'll break even, and then we'll start making a clear profit. My main goal now is a harvester. Without our own rapeseed machine, the FS Master will prevail, and that simply cannot be allowed. I really need to sell everything I have right now. A harvester is absolutely essential to manage the fields we've planted. I hope the rapeseed will let me pay off the lease payments, because our little islands are so small, there's no room for financial mistakes. Literally, there's absolutely no space for anything at all. We lack the land for fields, for machinery, for everything imaginable. This is a constant battle for every square meter, and the terrain editing, at the time of this episode's recording, is an absolute travesty. I await an update. Painting anything is pure torture. The transport is loaded and ready, so I'm heading to the shop as quickly as possible to sell it off. We've managed to earn well over 15,000, so we're no longer in the red at all. Currently, there is exactly $9,400 in my account. I still have a lot of silage bales left to collect, so there's no time to waste. I'm loading up another transport to make some more cash. I'm getting better and better at stacking these bales. I'm loading transport after transport. but I won't deny it would be really nice to use a trailer with an automatic bale loader. There will be a time for that, but right now I need to focus on other things. The trailer is practically buckling under the weight of these bales. I'm off to sell them, and a nice sum should hit the account. And look at that. Over $19,000 just landed in the account. The balance is already nearing $29,000. It's high time to rent a harvester and commence the long-awaited rapeseed harvest. Hopping in the harvester, I'll do this manually, because by the time a worker turns this machine around in such a tight space, I'll have already done 2 passes. After the rapeseed harvest, it's back to wood and grass, as the sawmill won't fund itself. Rapeseed goes under the knife. I need to cover the next few months of equipment lease payments. I just noticed that one silage bale was left on the edge. I'll definitely have to grab that later on. Nothing should ever go to waste. Since we fast forwarded time, the goods in the greenhouses must have multiplied. I need to get over there and urgently sell those pallets. It might only bring in a few thousand, but with my gigantic budget deficit, every single dollar helps save my farm from financial ruin. I've harvested one rapeseed field, just the one on my new island remains. I'm working at lightning speed. This island is tiny, so there isn't that much rapeseed. Once the field is harvested, I'll go directly to sell the collected rapeseed. The tank was only filled to 31%, yet I still made almost $7,000 from it. Now my account balance is $28,765. I'm hitching up my small trailer now and heading out to collect the vegetable pallets that the greenhouse has produced. I have to sell them. It's always an extra few $1,000s in the bank. Oh, would you look at that? The Black Lord was kicked out from the server. Something happened with my neighbor. Maybe someone up there is rooting for me and wanted to give me a little head start? Too bad it only lasted a minute, so I didn't even have time to really get going with the work. I've got all the pallets loaded up and I'm off to sell them. I never expected to earn so much from just a few vegetable pallets. Over $20,000 for a single haul like this. I'm heading back to the wood island at full speed. I'm taking advantage of the fact that my rival is nowhere in sight. I need to harvest enough to cover the cost of that cursed sawmill. Let me know in the comments how you all are enjoying this island series. Do you prefer this one-on-one style, or maybe a classic single player? I await your feedback, as it fuels these episodes. While you're at it, feel free to play a little guessing game. Write in the comments what you guys think I'm going to do next, after this whole endeavor. This will be a small test of your intuition. Whoever guesses what I'll buy, or what I'll screw up next, will get a heart, and maybe even a prize in the future. The wood chipper devours trees one after another. It's quite efficient. I'll head out soon to sell the wood chips I've made so I can keep investing in equipment. This will suffice for the moment. I'm off to sell it, and then we'll find out just how much I can earn this time. I sold this load for almost $10,000. Not bad at all. I'm doing a quick garage check. I really need to get rid of all these useless mowers and junk. They're costing me a fortune in leasing. I should have returned them ages ago, but in the heat of battle with the neighbor, one tends to forget bureaucracy. Each penny saved on payments gets me closer to my goal, $150,000 for a sawmill. But first, a quick mow of the grass. I want the bales to be waiting for me next month, all wrapped and ready to go. There isn't much grass here, so I have to use every inch of green. And while we're at it, take a look at this investment of a lifetime of mine. I created this second island for about $100,000, and let me tell you, it's a disaster. Right now it's giving me nothing. It's more like a tiny island in a pond than land for a proper farm. So far, I've maybe made back 5% of it, thanks to the harvested rapeseed. But I'll stop complaining now. Just like I'm finishing up mowing this patch of meadow, you just have to keep working and everything will work out. It's time for more logging. I've currently accumulated 58,000, so I'm still short about 90,000 for the sawmill. Just a few more trips and we'll be home. Afterward, I plan to go into the greenhouses, and I mean big. Even if I have to build artificial underwater islands. Can you even imagine that? Water greenhouses. We might earn slightly less from automatic sales, but it's much better than leaving empty space on the water. I've chopped down a few trees and I'm currently selling the wood chips so the money can finally be deposited into my account. I have a plan for how to spend it. This sale got me $10,000. I'm returning the small trailer and upgrading to something serious. I'm buying a class whose capacity was modified by the FS Master himself. Well, at least my neighbor was useful for something for once. This trailer is perfect for large amounts of wood chips, and even though the wood chipper has an infinite buffer, I'd prefer everything to land nicely in the back instead of disappearing into some magic hole. This gives me better control over how much cash I'm actually grinding. This time I'll spend a while in this forest grinding up many trees. That's the plan. I have to take advantage and cut down my trees before that thief of a neighbor comes and hauls them off my island for his own benefit. Let me know if you truly enjoy logging trees in Farming Simulator, or perhaps you dislike forestry work completely. I like the profits that wood chips generate, but honestly, this type of work in farming isn't one of my favorites. I'm cutting down and chipping even more trees to fill up the trailer as quickly as I possibly can. Then I'll need to replant some more trees, especially if I can get a sawmill built, which I should totally get done in this episode. I wonder how my neighbor's work is progressing. I have absolutely no idea who's currently ahead in our little duel. I truly hope I'm leading this competition, but our race still has a long way to go, so really, anything can happen at this point. You can place your bets on who will win. In a little while, we'll see who was right. I'm starting a worker to get this field ready for seeding. I think he can handle it. This will be a little test. I always try to regularly remove the stumps whenever I'm felling trees, so they don't spoil the look of my island. However, this time, I believe my neighbor probably stole a few pine trees while I was away, leaving behind only the stumps so that I would notice what transpired here. I'm heading straight to the selling point with another load of wood chips. My account balance has to keep growing, so I don't accidentally hand the win to my neighbor on the next island. It's not that easy. This is a real battle. This time, I processed a massive quantity of trees, earning over $50,000 from just this single haul. Let's keep up the good work. I'm off to sell this one stray bale of silage. Every little bit of extra money always helps out in the end. You know what? I just changed my sawmill plans. A new mower would really come in handy. One that makes windrows immediately. No more messing around with a tether and wasting time on double passes. We'll just lease a Pöttinger and handle it. Of course, as is typical for me, the mower immediately flipped over right there at the shop. Perfect, but it's fine. We'll hook up the front, then the back, and off we go. I need to return the old rear mower so I don't lose money. And that worker in the field, he did it once more. He quit the job halfway through. What's he thinking? I'll finish it. Not worth the stress. I really wish there was an option to just select a classic dependable worker. You know, one that just drives straight ahead and doesn't try to outsmart the GPS. These guys are supposed to handle weirdly shaped fields, but in practice, they get lost more often than they actually work. I just need someone who can hold a straight line, not someone who overcomplicates things. Now the mowing is going even better for me, and what's more, I won't have to waste time raking the grass into neat rows anymore, because my new mower handles it all automatically. This is a great convenience and will significantly expedite my work. With equipment like this, I can work a much larger area, but there's water all around, and creating new islands is expensive and works terribly. Alright, returning the equipment I don't need. The rear mower is back. Now it's time to make some proper rows so I can get rid of the rake. Since my new machine does it automatically, the rake is as useful to me as a screen door on a submarine. Fewer leased machines means more money available for sawmill development. We still have a good amount of work ahead of us before the day is over. There aren't many areas left to mow, so I should be able to finish up quite fast. Then we've got baling ahead. That always takes a while, but I must get a move on. The rows are finished. Now I just need to make the bales, and I likely won't need the old rake much longer, so I can take it back to the store, but I'll get to that in a little while. In the meantime, I also sent a worker to the field to sow rapeseed there. Presently, I've got over $110,000 in my account. However, that still falls short of the $150,000 I absolutely need to construct the sawmill. I need to go back to the forest very soon and continue grinding trees into wood chips in order to earn the remaining amount of money I need. Making bales is going pretty smoothly. Next month I'll have a lot of silage to sell. I'm really happy about that. Quick trip to the forest island. My neighbor's still not around, so I'm taking advantage. I have to cut down all the normal trees that are still left here. These straight pines are perfect for chipping. I'm saving the big, thick, branched ones for dessert. They'll go straight to the sawmill. The chipper can't handle them without my help. Look at this progress. I'm really getting the feel for this machine now. Chipping is merely a formality at this point. The trailer's already halfway full, meaning wood chips are accumulating rapidly and densely. 120,000 liters of capacity in this class trailer is a whole lot. If we fill it up to 100%, we'll make a fortune on the transport alone. The FS Master will surely turn green with envy the moment he lays eyes on my bank account. The topography of this island always presents a persistent challenge. The log consistently jams on every longer section, so I'm reverting to my strategy of cutting them into 3 distinct pieces. This is the golden rule. Smaller pieces, no blockages, maximum profit. Truly. I really don't recommend wrestling with entire trees unless you possess the patience of an angel, and I'm definitely lacking that today. The trailer is packed with wood chips, so I'm heading to the sell point, and that should be enough for the sawmill. Plus $53,000. Perfect. The account balance is over $160,000. It is now time to invest a full $150,000 and construct the sawmill. This is a serious investment that should pay for itself many times over. I'm hooking up the logging winch, and then I'll be heading over to load whole trees straight into the sawmill to get production started. Finally, I have something to do with these awful trees that won't go into my wood chipper. I'm cutting down one of the biggest trees to see if I can get it into the sawmill without chopping it into smaller pieces. I'll lend a little hand with a bit of superhuman strength, and that should definitely do the trick. As you can all see, I managed to shove that entire tree into the sawmill, and it yielded nearly 20,000 liters of wood, which will now be processed into various types of planks, ultimately earning me a small fortune. The next big investment I need to save up for will be building a furniture factory, to make even better use of the planks from the sawmill and turn them into expensive furniture. I cut down another tree, but on this occasion I was forced to divide it into smaller sections, as the sawmill refused to accept it in one piece. Just a couple more trees like this, and the sawmill will be full until it processes what I've dropped into storage. I've fully loaded the sawmill and kicked off production, but we'll get to that very soon. We'll certainly see how everything turns out. Thanks so much for watching, for every thumbs up and every sub. Thanks to you, this series is progressing fast. Join me for upcoming episodes where the island battle truly intensifies. So long for now everyone, see you all in the next one.